Hello students, this is Mrs. K and today we're doing a reading comprehension strategy of inferring. Let's just adjust this camera there. Okay, so we're learning about inferring. Now I know that I was speaking with you about it just recently, and what we were saying about inferring is that that's when we don't have all of the information, but using all of our different strategies we're able to work out things that we aren't being told. So today we're going to have a little bit of a practice at that and see what we can work out from a passage of writing, see if we can infer some additional things that the author isn't telling us, but we can work it out. Now the example I'm going to use is one of these. Now you've been using this when we've been talking about our about how to write paragraphs. We had read some of these. So I'm going to read one now, and this is this one here. Let's see, I might read this one here about the zebra. Okay, so we're looking at that page there. It's under your writing strategies for paragraphs, or your paragraph section in your learning materials. The Paralympics is an international sporting event. The athletes who, let's read the zebra one now that I've said we're going to read the zebra one. Changed my mind. Zebras are herbivorous mammals that live in the grasslands of Africa. There are 3 different species of zebra: the plains zebra, the grevy's zebras, and the mountain zebra. Plains zebras are the most common type. Zebras are famous for their black and white stripes. Although the patterns can be very similar, no 2 zebras have exactly the same stripe. Okay, so these are the things that the writer has actually said. The writer has told us that zebras are herbivorous mammals. They live in the grasslands of Africa. There are 3 different species of zebra, and he says what those are. And he tells us that plains zebras are the most common type, and zebras are famous for having black and white stripes. Although the patterns can be very similar, his final sentence, no 2 zebras have exactly the same stripe. So now I'm going to use my inferring ability, my ability to infer things that the writer didn't say. So I'm going to think about it a little bit. I'm going to think, okay, so zebras have got black and white stripes. They live in the grasslands in Africa, and that no 2 zebras have exactly the same stripe, although they can be very similar. So I'm inferring then that if you worked in a zoo where there were zebras, for instance, that you could probably, because you get to see them a bit, that possibly it could be really hard to tell them apart because they can be really similar. Those stripes can be really similar. But if you worked with them a lot for a long period of time and you really got to know the different ones, even if they were very similar, you'd probably eventually be able to find some differences between those stripes, and that would really help you to tell the zebras apart. So there you go, that's something that I've inferred. I've inferred from that a zookeeper in a zoo where there are zebras could actually be able to tell the zebras apart just from the difference in their stripes once they really got to know. Of course, you know, it could be there might be some that it's really, really hard to tell apart. So that's what I've inferred just from this piece of writing. He didn't tell me that, did he? He didn't actually say it, but I can infer from that that might be something that I can understand from this. So that's interesting to me. So what do you think you could infer from that piece of writing? Maybe you should stop and think about it for a little while and see if there's anything from that that you can come around to thinking. Okay, that's our join-in session. That's our watch session where you get to see me doing some inferring and listen to me doing some inferring. So what will come next is that there will be a session for you to join in with me and just to try to kind of think along with me at the same time and see if you can come up with your own thoughts about inferring. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for coming.